in Thiago Alcantara and Tony Cruz, two of the best manipulators of space and on the ball in terms of deep line playmaking role. This summer, all of them are retired from the beautiful game of football. Thiago at age 33. Of course, if you look at somebody like Tony Cruz at age 34, quality players. Again, two players who have proven and shown to be ourselves, regardless of where you stand, whether you're a Barca fan, whether you're a Real Madrid fan, whether you're a Madrid star, whether you're a Chelsea fan, whether you're a Bavarian for FC Bayern Munich or a Dortmund fan or a Leverkusen or whatever, these players of talent have shown to everybody that they are top quality players, top quality in there. It's no wonder that in terms of the short passing per games, these two players they get us a record. If you look at UEFA Champions League, kind of deep line playmakers and their impact in the games, these players are right there. No wonder that in places like Ghana, we call Thiago Alcantara the ideas man, and as ideas, Mr. Ideas. And of course, every time that he's in games, his passes just encompasses somebody that wants to break the lines, that wants to split defenses open, that wants to show the quality that he has from when he gets on the ball. These players are not players are like name in the past for midfielders. Before now, midfielders are supposed to be very physical. They are supposed to be able to go into battles, the physical monsters and duels and stuff like that. These days, it isn't like that. These days, it's players with me so margining. And like Pello said, you play the football with your brain. Actually, the legs are just tools. Thiago Alcantara is leaving. He has decided to retire from professional football. Of course, from Barca to Bayern to Liverpool to Spain. Thiago's passion and love for the game continues. Already a new chapter in football, planning for it. And yes, it is just an issue of injuries. And I'm Thiago, I'm about to do the levels now. But obviously, out of the two Alcantaras, he is the best. And you give Thiago Alcantara all the credit. The days before, you saw said everybody that played next to Tony Cruz gave him the respect that he deserved. In the last game of against Spain, I think on Friday afternoon, all the Spanish players lined up to say a goodbye to Tony Cruz. Everybody lined up to hug him. Everybody lined up to show him the respect that he deserves. And that is what Tony Cruz gives to you. In my opinion, the best player in terms of a deep line playmaking role. From when he burst onto the scene. Do not forget the time Tony Cruz started or Bobo or Bayern. The time when he moved, in between the time he moved from Bayern to Madrid. Around that time, people in Bayern began to talk, say he didn't fit the physical structure of the game's demand. And of course, he went to Madrid, showed everybody that he's a top player, and then turned things around. Over there, won numerous Champions League titles, even with the diamond shot, the German national team. Julian Nagelsmann had to recall him back into the team because he's an important profile in everything that Nagelsmann wants to do. Of course, Tony Cruz says, hey, it is time for him to call it quits. It is time for him to say, it's time for him to bow out of the game. He has seen it all at the very top. And no one that said Adidas for have named the boots that he consistently wore in these last years as Real Madrid player, and of course also for the German national team, the Tony Cruz Pro 11, the TK Pro, of course naming it after the legendary Tony Cruz and what he gives to football on and off the ball. And after saying we again, he took to his Instagram, not got your Danke Deutschland. Essentially saying thank you Germany and Adidas for have given that boot everything that they wanted to give him. If you look at that picture slide of Tony Cruz and the quality that he has on the ball when he's wearing that boot, you will know. There's what Tony Cruz in there in terms of the quality of player that he is, and everybody has come to understand that it is what it is. And I say, so that's it. But before I take a break and at least try to realize what has happened over the last 17 years, don't want to miss opportunity to say thank you to everyone who accepts me as I am. Thank you to all the supporters around the world for your unconditional support. Thank you for all the clubs and coaches for believing in me. Thank you to my teammates for making me feel important at every moment. Thank you to my friends who have always been honest with me regardless of my success. Thanks to my agents who have become my friends Thanks to my parents who have given me the best possible preparation to realize my dreams. Thanks to my brother for always being my number one fan. Thank you to my children for being my greatest motivation to push me to bring me the best out of myself. There is nothing better than seeing your children be proud of their dad. Thank you to my wife for being you. Never changes. A success around would not have been possible without you. It's yours. Thank you, football. What a beautiful game. And you are welcome over and out, Tony Cruz. That is goosebump kind of message from Tony Cruz. And I mean, regardless of everything, you give all the credits to Tony Cruz for the job that he has done, how he has been one of the best midfielders in the history of the game in recent times. Not just the best one, he has also won it, impacted the game, quality up there. And I think that Adidas did a brilliant thing by making sure that they retired that they named that boot after him. There is a video where Tony Cruz washes his boots and then says thank you, and everybody say no him at the Real Madrid Academy, where those young boys usually in a big teams, the academy boys are supposed to wash the boots of these senior most players. But for Tony Cruz, he washes the boots himself. Everybody has said it several times that anytime that you went close to Tony Cruz on one or washing the books, he doesn't allow anybody to wash his boot for him. And that's the quality of our brand here, friend. Tony Cruz, he has retired together with Thiago Alcantara, also top player for Tony Cruz in there. And of course, I don't know. Again, if someone subscribe to the channel, and I'll pause the video, go back, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notification. Hi, Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Yes, Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notification, then you do choose all. And when you have passed, you'll be subscribing to the channel, no, turn on notification. It's imperative that you do that here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. I'm waiting for you to subscribe to the channel and then make sure so you turn on notification in there. But see, let's get into the conversation. I want to ask a very big first question. If you're a Chelsea fan, are you accepting Karim Adeyemi or you're not? I want to know. Sorry, Chelsea, yeah. Are you accepting Karim Adeyemi to come on? Because in the last few hours, Karim Adeyemi's name has come up. Mind you, in about 3 or 4 days ago, I told you said Chelsea still want to get a right-footed winger. All of the wingers that Chelsea have, whether orthodox, unorthodox, Estava, William, Kendrick, Paye, most of them are left-footed guys on the left-hand side. So they play on the right and they cut in onto their favorite left foot. But on the left-hand side, there is Sterling, there is Mihailo Modric. Of course, Sterling, everybody knows that he's growing. His future at Chelsea really isn't so much of a long-term one. Then there is Mihailo Modric. Mihailo Modric is a younger version. He hasn't really found his feet. Chelsea are still looking for a right-footed winger. And one of the first things about there had been the mention of the name of Nico Williams, who is very good in that zone as well. But today, Dia Ebaso, a bunch of friend Karim Adeyemi. Obviously, Adeyemi is a boy that has a Nigerian descent, but then is known to be attached to the German national team for the Diamond Shot. He has had his footballing education in that RB franchise system. Played for Salzburg for a very long time. He understands the needs in that system. Plays in there for a very long time. Has a lot of pace. Very direct, very aggressive. But is that what Chelsea want to do? Chelsea just wants a winger or just pacey, an orthodox winger that goes to the winger to send in crosses, or they want somebody that can really attack the half spaces, and he's up there. Buyout clause around 24.5 million or 30 million, 25.45 million in terms of pounds, or 30 million euros in there for our brand friend Karim Adeyemi. I don't know if you're a Chelsea fan. Is this a player that you want to do a deal for? Do you want Karim Adeyemi for Chelsea on the right-hand side on him? And you think that Chelsea do not need a player that's called Karim Adeyemi? He has a number of goals in there for the German Bundesliga, for BVB last season. Of course, it was very important for Dortmund when they went to the Champions League final last season. And the new manager, Nuri Sahin, they have plans for him, but he has his best times under Edin Terzic. And then whilst Edin Terzic, if you want, he may want to move away from FC Dortmund. So do you think Chelsea is a place for our brand friend Karim Adeyemi? Karim Adeyemi, a lot of pace, 21, 22 years of age, not too tall, low center of gravity like a regular winger. And Chelsea are increasing, putting pressure on that. And I'm hearing from Platigo, said Chelsea inquire. And again, Makachi says he read transfer conversation. Always listen to diction. listen to the kind of words, listen to the choice of words, not just the general point of view. Say player needing Yaba and means that Chelsea are going to get him. He is a player that Chelsea have inquired about. They've asked questions. What's the possibility? What's his contract length? Would he want to move? What is the salary? Does it fit Chelsea's plan? In there on Karim Adeyemi, constant contacts have been made between Chelsea and BVB winger and list of players that Chelsea wants to move in there in terms of what they want as a right winger. So Chelsea are looking at a branch friend Karim Adeyemi. Now, Arsenal in the next few hours, everything should be clear. So Chelsea, Arsenal will be getting the job done for Ricardo Calafiori. Already, Chelsea moved away from that deal. They went on to get Renato Viega because they believe that Renato Viega is another player in the frame of Ricardo Calafiori that can get to the top. Another player that has a lot of quality. Another player that can grow and then have a higher ceiling than even a brighter friend Ricardo Calafiori. So Chelsea moved away from Ricardo Calafiori deal, and then the medicals for Renato Viega has been done. 21 years of age, very experienced, captain for the Portuguese and the 23 side, well built, physical, good in terms of a left inverted fullback like Marco Correa, also good at left back. Very, very good when you're using his passing ability at left center back and the quality that he gives you from that zones on the ball. That's the man that's called Renato Viega that Chelsea are getting ahead of Ricardo Calafiori. It means that Arsenal have a straight pass to a branch friend Ricardo Calafiori. And forgive me. Bologna asking for excess of somewhere around 50 million for Ricardo Calafiori. That's the amount that Bologna are asking for a branch friend Ricardo Calafiori. And in there, Chelsea have moved on from it. Arsenal are doing a deal. They know that the young man is in holidays in the Maldives. And when he returns on the 19th of July, by then, everything should be done for Arsenal to get to Ricardo Calafiori. He believes in Arsenal projects. Edu have met up with him. Mikel Arteta has spoken to him. Now the deal just has to be done between Bologna and then Arsenal. Mind you, like I've always told you here, and they said for Bologna, they will get just half of the price of anything that Arsenal pays for Ricardo Calafiori. The rest will have to go to FC Basel, where the player went to play for about 3 seasons ago. And Arsenal are pushing to get a deal done. Arsenal are confident that Calafiori will come in. They are looking to give him a 5-year contract that's going to end in 2029. For Abante friend Ricardo Calafiori, 2029. And the possibility of Ricardo Calafiori deal, ended for Arsenal Football Club. And they're looking at a deal worth around 4 million net. 4 million net salary now. 4 million net for a branch friend Ricardo Calafiori in there for Arsenal Football Club in there. So we are waiting to see if Arsenal will be to finalize the deal, but it's getting ever closer. Make sure by now what it said the Saudi Premier League, the Saudi Pro League Forum have contacted a lot of players, including Kepa Arrizabalaga. He has 1 more year on his contract. Chelsea will look to offload him. We don't really see a future with him. Maybe another loan at Real Madrid. But then Kepa Arrizabalaga has asked the Saudi Pro League Forum and said they should give him some more time for him to think about the proposal and the offer that has been sent to him. And in that Saudi Pro League Forum, Kevin De Bruyne has also been contacted. And in the Kevin De Bruyne has said he is in no rush to go to the Saudi Pro League. He wants to have a quiet summer. And about Sika. But see, when it comes to money, he has money. He has enough money for himself. But if the Saudi for never be funny there, then unless the money is crazy, if an absurd amount comes, that is also for my family, my relatives, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, and my friends. Maybe I may look at it, and that's what Kevin De Bruyne is saying. If an absurd amount comes in for him, Kevin De Bruyne, then maybe he may go. But as it stands now, he isn't really enthused about leaving the Saudi Pro League in there in terms of what he can do in football. He wants to stay still in the English Premier League and enjoy the kind of football that he's playing. That's with Kevin De Bruyne and everything that's going on with him in the transfer conversation that's in there. Marco Correa has spoken so much about his future. I've told you there's a possibility or no, any Benjamin Chilwell, one of them may leave Chelsea Football Club. Marco Correa, Benjamin Chilwell. Of course, Marco Correa is on huge form, playing some exciting football, and everything seems to be there. The Spanish Giants, Spanish reporters asked him, said, would he love to return to La Liga? And also, La Liga is my home. I'm very happy in England, which is a great experience for me and my family in there. For Abrantia, your friend Mark Cucurella, one of the best players in there. In terms of the, is arguably one of the best left backs in the competition so far. Imagine Grimaldo had his keeping on the bench, and he deserves the respect. Of course, Mark Cucurella keeping Grimaldo on the bench tells you how much of a quality fullback Mark Cucurella has gone on to be. I'll say the praises are all welcome. It does not matter if it's arriving soon or late. It's better if people are saying good things about you. And I think that we've worked hard for it. That's exactly what Mark Cucurella is saying about his current form in there, in terms of the quality of what he brings in there, and wait to see how everything goes on with Abrantia, your friend Mark Cucurella in there, in terms of the quality he has grown in. Chelsea are obviously going to add in Abrantia friend Ricardo Vieira to come in, Renato Vieira for a lot of quality and competition, but definitely it can be done. Chelsea still wants to bring in a striker, but of course they want to see how Nkunku will perform in pre-season and see if really they can bank their hopes on him. They still appreciate Samuel Meredion. Napoli are reducing their price tag for Victor Osimhen. If you are Chelsea owner, the Chelsea sporting directors, Napoli reducing their price tag, will you go for a branch friend of Victor Osimhen to Chelsea, or you still stick with the young boys? This is where we end it all on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube on the Sunday evening edition. We'll see you. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notification, and make sure the notification turn in. You do choose all. See you soon. Bye.